So, hi everyone, you are listening to Alex Dawson live talk on Tuesday, coming to you on the first and the third Tuesday of the month. So, welcome to episode 2 of Providing the Ingredients for a Healthy Life. Today, I'm going to talk about reflection. So, who has ever beaten themselves up? Now, I'm not talking about the broken bones, the black eyes, I'm not talking about that variety of beating yourself up, but verbally, how many times have you verbally beaten yourself up? So, it's lunchtime, it's Tuesday. I'm guessing everyone has at least beaten themselves up once today. And if not once today, then definitely once over the last 2 days, at least. And the thing is, that can be anything. So if you didn't pass an exam, if you didn't lose that pound that you wanted to lose and you'd been so good all week and all month and you lost nothing, and the person who had a few cheeks lost £5, because that's the way, isn't it? It's actually called sod's law. I don't know how that works, but we're not covering that today. So, but these are the things, and what we do is we argue with ourselves, not with other people, just with ourselves. So even like you're watching a TV program, you're watching a quiz show, and you're like, oh my God, this is £1,000,000 question. You know it. You're like, yes, you're shouting at the telly and you get it wrong. And you're like, oh, and you're like kicking yourself for it. Why do we do that? So I could literally go on all day explaining all these different analogies of the types of way that we beat ourselves up. But at the end of the day, what does it do for us? Does it make you feel better? Does it make you feel comforted when you're beating yourself up? Do you feel some self-love? Absolutely not. We feel 100 times worse when we do that, because from episode 1 we learned that we actually would not even speak to our worst enemies like we speak to ourselves. And why do we do it? We just do it because we're human. So how can we stop all of this? How can we stop these feelings? Well, we can't actually flick a switch and turn it off, but there are ways that we can manage it. And that is just by simply reflecting. So I'd never really heard of this concept until probably, I don't know, a couple of years ago. But then I realised I've actually been doing this for years. So it kind of started, I'm going to give you another little story. So for me, reflecting started back in 2006 in Jamaica, of all places. So pre-children, my husband and I used to have couples holidays. Anyone remember those? Anyone still have those? Totally jealous. But we'd go away and we tend to go to the same place, because we got in with a group of people from all over the world, a lot of a big group of us, and there's a lot of American people. And literally we had an absolute blast. We all got to know each other. And what we would do is one guy, he would like get all the sunbeds around the pool, sort of as the sun was going down. He'd like, come on guys, reflection time. He'd order a couple of bottles of champagne from the bar, so it's all inclusive. It's making me want to go back. So he'd have a couple of bottles of champagne from the bar, all the sunbeds would be round, we'd all go around in a circle, and he'd be like, right, we're going to reflect on our day. And like, where's it again? Reflect on our day, like we've been sat on our backsides, might have had a little walk down the beach, or we might have been into the gym, or we might have been in the pool, but literally what have we got to reflect on? We've done nothing but just relax. And I could reflect on the book I'd read. And from then on, that really taught me that it doesn't matter whether you've had a full day's work or whether you've just been sat. You can actually reflect back on your day. And it's like, okay, well, I hadn't done anything, but what did that mean for me? Well, actually, what it meant for me is I'd allowed my body to rest and to relax. I'd met some amazing people. I'd learned about some people. We'd shared experiences. You know, without even knowing, we'd helped some people. You know, we've done things. Yeah, I'll go to the bar, and it's just silly little things like that. But you just reflect on your day. So really, that's where it kind of started. So what I want to talk about today is it doesn't matter what your day has been. It doesn't matter whether you set yourself some targets, some goals, something to achieve for the year, for the month. It doesn't matter whether you achieved them or didn't achieve them. Right, that doesn't matter. It's the steps that you took along the way to do those, and you can never look back. Just reflect. Like if you have an interview, you don't get the job. Rather than, oh, I didn't get the job, so-and-so got the job, I'm much better than her, I deserve that job, I've got more experience, blah, blah, blah. Rather than that, okay, right, I didn't get the job, fine. If you need to have a tiny pity party, do that. But otherwise, you just want to say to yourself, what can I do better next time? Learn from it. How can I take that next step forward? What is it I need to learn from that situation? It doesn't matter. You just can't look back. You can't look on yesterday and go, oh, I should have done that. Should have done that yesterday. Would have made today a lot easier. It doesn't matter. Yesterday's gone. It's gone. Time, you can't get time back. Once it's gone, that's it. It's gone. Bye-bye. Not there anymore. So you can't think like that. You can just reflect and think, okay, I didn't do it yesterday, so let's do it now. Why didn't I do it yesterday? Was it because you didn't understand it? So I'm trying to teach myself Instagram Reels at the moment. I've watched a million YouTube videos. I still can't understand it, but I will keep going and I will try it. So I'm taking those steps. I'm not there yet, but that's fine. I'm taking those steps. And actually the same with these episodes. So this is episode 2. And in April, beginning of the first lockdown, I decided that I wanted to do a podcast. And I was going to do a podcast every week. I was going to do interviews with lots of other people. So I purchased a course on how to podcast. And I bought all the gear. So the microphones, the speakers, everything that goes into the computer, the lighting, all that. And here we are, 8 months later. No, haven't done the course. Looked at the equipment, have no idea how it all goes together. So I didn't do it. I did not do it. So rather than beating myself up and going, oh, I've wasted all this time, blah, blah. Okay, what can I do? What do I know how to do? How can I get that same outcome with what I currently know? And this is it. This is the next best thing. And this is where we are. I'm not beating myself up about it. This is what I'm doing. Yes, eventually we will be a professional podcast. But for now, this is just as good. What I want to explain to you, I'm getting across, and I have a medium to be able to do that through this media. So that's the thing, some key points here. So focus on what you did achieve. Don't go back and think, oh, why didn't I do that? Because you can't. Focus on what you did achieve and what you can achieve. So even if you're if you're a stay-at-home mum, you don't work, but you get home, your husband gets home in the evening, you've got dinner on the table, amazing. You've made the bed, brilliant. Like, even if you can just make your bed every single day, there's an amazing YouTube clip, actually. I'm going to see if I can find it. Like, start your day with one success. And that's it. And that success can be as simple as making your bed, because there is nothing, it's kind of not really reflecting, but there is nothing nicer than going up to your bedroom, looking at your bed and thinking, oh, it looks so inviting. When it's nicely made, I'm not saying put new sheets on every day, but if you make your bed in the morning, it's there waiting for you. When you get home, it's inviting, it's comfortable. If you get home and you've not even made your bed and it's all scruffy, that's like, oh, not made my bed. So yeah, so just what did you achieve? Even if it's as simple as making your bed. Did you help someone? So you might not have achieved something for yourself, and it might not have been one of the goals you set out to do that day, or your actions or your tasks, or however you categorize your things to do, but you may have helped somebody else. So that is a good thing. Reflect back on that. So never, ever, ever look back. Only look forward. Look straight in front. Don't look left. Don't look right. Don't look up. Don't look down. Just look in front. Have complete and utter total focus. So get those blinkers on. Don't look anywhere else. Just look ahead and you'll get done what you need to get done. So with today being the 1st of December, can you even believe that? So the first day of the last chapter of 2020. So I thought reflection would be a good topic for today. So I know when 2020 started, no one knew. Okay, there might be a few little predictors out there, but no one really knew how 2020 was going to roll. So there will still be things that we wanted to do, as I explained about my podcasts. So it's not too late. It's not too late. Don't kick yourself and say, oh, well, that's it. We're in December. It's the last month of the year. Was my last chance. Done it. Just do one thing towards that goal, one little thing. And you will be so amazed at how you feel. So I've got 2 brilliant sayings. So you're always going to get me giving you some sayings, and you're always going to get me giving you a book recommendation. So my sayings for today, or for this episode, are: done is better than perfect. 100%. Done is better than perfect. If you sit there and you strive for perfection, you will never achieve anything. If you do it, you can improve, but it's done. It's out there. It doesn't matter. It's done. So done is better than perfect. So that saying has helped me a lot, specifically over the last couple of years. And this is my absolute favorite. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So don't keep putting things off. Don't look back. Just look forwards. So yeah, just choose something. Choose something you want to do and go ahead and do it. It doesn't matter how many steps it takes. Just make that first step. And when you find yourself wanting to give yourself a good kick in, don't. Reflect. What can you learn from that situation? And how can you do it better next time? That's all you need to know. You don't need to beat yourself up, because at the end of the day, it's not helping anybody and it's not making you feel better. And you are the only person that's going to hurt from it. So my book recommendation for this episode is A New Earth. So there's a quote on the back of this book, actually. It says, stop obsessing over the past and put yourself in the now. So it's a very spiritual book. It is, there's a lot about the planet and the way we live, but it's more than just kind of sustainability. It's also just the power of our minds. And again, choosing to reflect, choosing to live in the moment. Don't live for tomorrow, and don't live based on what happened yesterday. just live for the now. So thank you so much for watching. I'm Alex Dawson. This is Providing the Ingredients for a Healthy Life, and I will see you soon.